Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in here. My name's Harrison Young. I'm the playwright development mentor for Next Run Productions, and I wanted to talk with you for just a moment about our upcoming production because we have kind of a wild one ahead. You may have heard of things such as ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Grok, Claude, and other things that would generally be considered generative AI, right? Those are mainstream conversations and some of the most powerful technology in the world out there right now. We have seen a number of industries starting to incorporate technology like this, and that includes some of the biggest companies that we've heard of before. We have also had fears in the creative fields about how this technology may be impacting writers, such as myself, such as other playwrights you may know in the Knoxville community. What I want you to know is we've been talking about this. We've been talking about this for a few years, about what all impacts this could be. And here recently, we've banded together over a simple concept. We're going to fight it. We're going to fight it real hard. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We have an event coming up on Friday, March the 13th at 7 p.m. called Page Against the Machine. Here's what this event's going to look like. It's a competition, right? I'll be asking playwrights to write a monologue based off of a prompt. They'll have a week to write that monologue. You may have just heard my cat, so you know that I'm a human and not a robot. Forgive me. What's up, Brian? And so, as I was saying, playwrights would have a week to write a monologue based off of that prompt they're given. Once they're done, I will also be using that same prompt to run it through generative AI, maybe ChatGPT, maybe Google Gemini, who knows, right? Come time of the event on Friday, March the 13th, we'll be having an actor present both monologues in front of a live audience. The actor won't know which monologue is which. They will have had a week to practice with each of the monologues leading up to it, so you can expect a great time out of this. But they won't know which one it is, and neither will you. After each actor gives two monologues, one being a human, one being a machine, then I'll be asking the audience each time two different questions. One, which monologue did you think was better? Subjectively, which one did you prefer? And then the other question I'll be asking is objectively, which one was the human? Can you even tell the difference? Right? These are tough questions. There's kind of a tension going on here for the playwrights, for the audience, for everybody that's involved in the arts. And I think it's time that we face that head on. Partly because I think we're going to win. I think we're going to do it. I think Knoxville is going to take down generative AI. But we've got to give space here. Be real. What if we're wrong, right? That could happen too. I do think it's important to gauge how powerful, how deceiving, how convincing this technology is becoming as well, if it was to become that, right? And so, either way, I do think this event has an importance. I do think it's important to recognize more conversations than just the competitive side of things as well. So we'll be bringing in a variety of conversations in between the battles, ranging from experts who are working with AI to different smaller tests to just conversations with the audience about what all they do with ChatGPT and Google Gemini and other generative AI, things like that. We're ultimately going to have a 3 hour sandbox here filled with battles and more on this. So I certainly hope you'll join us. I also want to recognize that there are tensions when using generative AI. Some of it comes from the strikes that writers have had in the past, right? We're here to defeat it, but recognizing some of that challenge, I also want to recognize some tensions that come with the plagiarism side of things that generative AI has been caught doing before in the past, allegedly, right? And that sort of thing. And so, what I want to see us do is see if we can still overcome that, if the power of the human can still overcome that. And I also want to recognize some of the environmental impacts that comes with using generative AI. So, I'm going to continue doing some research. And if you have ideas, feel welcome to leave it in the comments here. I am trying to find two or three nonprofits that would be appropriate for the impact that AI has regarding, like, say, water conservation or other environmental impacts, and uh, be able to donate an equivalent amount of what I've done with the AI to make this show happen to those nonprofits, and also make sure that an audience has an awareness that nonprofits like these have reach and intentions to be supporting in these larger conversations about how much power these things need. So just know that there is a mindset intending to be careful here, and I'll be announcing that by the time that the event comes. And if you have ideas of what you think is important along the way, you should feel welcome sharing that. So that's what I have right now. I hope you'll stay tuned for the other information that we have coming up, because I think this is going to be a wild event. I think there's going to be some chaos. I think there's uncertainty going on here. And there's not a lot of times with theater that there's uncertainty in a big way. And this is it in my mind. So I certainly hope you'll join us. Next Run Productions, always climbing higher. I hope you'll join us and our talented cast. I hope you'll join us and our talented playwrights as we take down the machine. Thank you so much. Now, please stay tuned as you read this banner. And I slowly, with my wit that only a human could have, dip out of the picture.